It's been a cold, grey kind of day and work went pretty long. But you got a message from a friend um, saying, hey, do you want to come over? I'm making a big blanket fort, inviting the whole crew. We've got tomorrow off, all of us, which we lined up. So you'd be welcome to join us, even if you have to go to work tomorrow, or, maybe you can put in leave yourself. So you'd put in leave and on your way over. The rain had started when you were driving, but fortunately it had stopped by the time you needed to get out of the car and walk down to your friend's house. You knock on the door, and I open it. Hey, it's good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. You ask if you were the last one, and I'm like, no, we're still waiting on a few more. No, it's good to see you. Hey, how you doing? I open my arms out to offer a hug without any expectation because, sometimes touch is the best thing in the world, and sometimes if you're already overwhelmed, it's the worst. You smile a little weakly and give me a hug, and I hug you back. Come in, I say, and we walk in, shutting the door behind us. And I tell you, take off your shoes, make yourself at home. And while you do so, I pick up a couple of those rubber band wristbands. The kind they used to be like all the rage. I have them in, and I hand you one of yellow, one of green. And you look at me a bit weirdly. And I explain that our fort is big. Our fort is almost a fortress. And in our fort, we have several nests, several different areas set up with net beds and pillows and soft things. And a couple of those are for the people with yellow bands who just want to hang out but not actually be talked to or be present. They have a couple of nests with the good Wi-Fi, lists of podcasts, plenty of books, snacks, and noise-cancelling headphones. And you can just go and chill in those if you don't really want to do anything but unwind. And then the green one, obviously, is for the opposite, for those of us who are more in the mood for cuddling, for being present, for talking, for watching movies and being more active together. Not very active. We are all here to relax. But a little bit. You notice that I have a green band on, and you wonder, what if I want to hang out and have cuddles but don't really want to talk? And I tell you that's easy. Just put both on. And you're like, really? I was like, yes. And then you can come and sit with us in the green area, but you can put in your earbuds and no one will talk to you as long as you've got that yellow band on. Because we all want to be respectful of each other's space, but we all want to be here together. You take both bands, not making a decision yet about which one you want to put on. We wander down through the house. I explain, there's one toilet under the stairs, one down the hall to the right. Use whichever, when it's our house, it's unisex bathrooms all the way. And then just before we get to the rumpus room that I've been working with the friends who have already gathered to turn into a very, very pleasant Blanketfort, I point out the kitchen. And I tell you that, we are getting snacks and water and other drinks, and those of us who feel up to it will go around and refill the plates and the eskies full of drinks as we see need, but that you're welcome to the kitchen at any point. Just get up and help yourself, and that does mean to anything. You ask why, and I'm like, how a couple of our friends, they're stress bakers. We want to make sure that they feel comfortable if they want to get up and make cookies or brownies or anything at all, really, unless it, involves caviar or some other very hard to get ingredient. the way you laugh it's nice to hear. I've always liked your laugh. And even though it sounds a little tired and worn around the edges, it's good. After all, I am doing this really to make you smile. So, without further ado, I take your hand and drag you along a little bit. We enter the rumpus room. And your eyes go wide because, as I explained, my dad, he made us a recording booth that you could drink blankets over, so that when we were recording in our first unit, it wouldn't be so echoey. And so when we got this place, I thought, what if we could do that writ large? And so he came over and we worked together. We sketched out a design. He built it because, for I've had problems with my parents, I do love my dad. So he built it for us, and now we have this collapsible Blanketfort. And when we want to put it up, we just get all the blankets and, ready to come inside, see with the nests. I notice that you've put both a green and a yellow around your wrist, so I pull you along into the room. Fairy lights are strung up all around, hanging from beam to beam. The blankets are all dark, making it seem very, very cozy. As the rain starts up outside, I turn to you with a smile. I pull out the blanket, your favorite color, wrap it around you, before taking one in a sort of dusky pink that is my current favorite, and wrapping it around myself. We walk through, waving greetings to those of our friends who are gathered around the place, who notice, and I slide down into a net bed with a few other friends gathered around and pat the space next to me. Come on, you can join me if you want. You do. And the moment you lie down in the comfortable softness, one of our other friends passes you a nice large stuffy to cuddle. You wrap an arm around it and then sort of lean into me, and I wrap my arm around your shoulders and say, it's all good. We're probably going to put a movie on, but you can just relax and chill, all right? You nod. And I smile. If you want to, we're still missing a couple of movies off the D20. You look up curious, and one of our other friends explains that we have been assigning movies to numbers 1 to 20 so that we can just roll the dice and that way not have any arguments over what movie we watch. You suggest Spirited Away, and nobody had put that one on the list yet, which surprised me. So I add it and we roll the dice. There's a quiet murmur of voices against the rain as we all settle in and watch the movie. Bowls of snacks are being passed around. You snuggle into my side and I kiss your forehead. My hand coming up to rub gently at your scalp. It's nice, peaceful, quiet, where we don't have to worry about work, don't have to worry about responsibilities. The longer the movie goes, the more our little group of 5 just all curls into each other. Becomes our own little cuddle pile of tangled limbs and stuffies and blankets. Just warm enough. Never too hot, never too cold. My other friends have joined us now, and so have yours. The whole group's here. Fortunately, my husband was able to get up and grab the door because I didn't really want to move you, considering you were falling half asleep on my shoulder. And so, there we've spent the night, listening to the rain and the movies, all together, all at peace. Eventually, someone gets up, switches off the lights, and the whole room becomes dark and still and calm. There are sleepy murmurs, a light snore here and there. But overall, there's something incredibly peaceful about the sound of rain, about the breathing of our friends all falling asleep. And I know that in the morning, when I get up to make pancakes, I'm going to have at least 3 helpers in the kitchen, all getting in each other's way. And I know that tomorrow there's going to be probably somebody trying to break out the Monopoly board, and there might be some competitiveness, and there might be some video games played together. And there might just be some stillness too. I'm hoping to get a chance to finish my new book, which just came out. Or maybe do some writing. I feel like there'd be nothing quite as good as doing my writing surrounded by the friends that I adore most in the world. But all that's for later. For now, we simply sleep, drifting off to the sound of the rain.